Welcome to Luke Loses, less of a podcast, more of a journal. I have no fitness or nutrition education. Everything I talk about here is from asking people questions or searching the internet. If you are interested in following my progress, I have an Instagram set up at luke.loses. Feel free to message me there for any questions, topic ideas, or even give me tips on weight loss. Welcome, and thanks for checking in to Luke Loses. I hope everyone's doing well and reaching your goals. This is my second episode, and today I will be talking about the mental struggles with obesity, including anxiety and depression. Anxiety is characterized by feelings of worry or fear that is strong enough to interfere with one's daily activities. Depression is a constantly saddened mood or loss of interest in activities causing significant impairment in daily life. Obesity is often associated with emotional issues, such as sadness, anxiety, and depression. In a study done in 2010, they found that people who were obese had a 55% greater risk for developing depression over the course of their life than people who were not obese. In children ages 6 to 17, the girls with obesity were 43% more likely to experience anxiety and depression. The risk of anxiety and depression was also 33% higher among boys with obesity. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience with it. For me, I hated to go anywhere that might be crowded. I'd really just prefer to just stay at home. I'm constantly worrying about what other people think about me. I have a huge issue with my body image. I grew facial hair as soon as I could to hide my double chin. To top it all off, I have these bursts of anger where I constantly am thinking of the weight that I've lost over the years, but I've put back on and I've stopped, and where I could be if I would have continued. When I'm leaving the house, I usually change my clothes multiple times. I'm terrified to look stupid or like a slob. I've said it before that people already know that I'm fat. They don't need to think that I don't take care of myself also. I try to avoid mirrors or getting my picture taken. I've skipped out on big events with families like the reunions or even cookouts. One of my biggest fears is breaking a lawn chair in front of everybody and looking like an idiot. Another time, I didn't go to a close friend's wedding because I hate how I look and didn't want others to see how big I was. I haven't spoke to him since, so if you do hear this, I am sorry for that. Everywhere I go, I'm always looking for somebody bigger than me, hoping the attention is on them and not me. Even at the gym, I'm looking for somebody bigger than me so I'm not the fattest guy working out. I feel like a failure to my family and my friends. I'm so embarrassed for my wife, or even my kids. Dropping my kids off at school, I'm thinking, what do the other parents think about me? As for my wife, when we go out, I'm thinking that other people are wondering what somebody so beautiful is doing with a fat slob like me. On dates, going to a movie, trying to deal with passing people to get to a seat, it just drives me crazy and I freak out and I ruin the night. If we go to dinner, we'd have to find a table that moves so my belly will fit. When I go clothes shopping, it sucks. I was a 5X and I was paying a ridiculous amount for a square shirt that looks stupid on me. One of my biggest anxiety triggers is this the night that I go to bed and not wake up? Will I have a heart attack while I'm with my kids? I imagine them thinking that I'm sleeping, I'm actually dead. I would hate for them or my wife to go through that. Also, my mother, I've seen her lose her dad and my dad and so many people. I can't imagine putting her through the death of a child. And then I get to thinking about my funeral and how it's going to cost so much money for my family because I'm obese. We're going to have to get a big casket, or what if my pallbearers drop me while they're carrying me? It's a trickle-down effect that just I can't stop thinking of sometimes. So I know most of the freaking out is in my head and it's not a real thing. I've very rarely heard somebody be disrespectful to me about my weight, but it's always there. There have been a few times that I remember more than others. I was at the gym recently and an old man came up to me and asked, "How much do you weigh anyways?" And that kind of hurt. Another time I was standing in line at a grocery store and a woman was talking to the cashier about her husband getting mad. Somebody ate his ice cream. She then turned to me and said, "Would you be mad if somebody ate all your ice cream?" I said, I've got 3 sons and a wife who love to eat the things that I specifically buy for myself. So it happens all the time. And she turns to the cashier and like points back at me and says, see, and he's a big guy. The one time that really bothers me, that has stuck with me for years, is we were in the hospital. My sister had just had her daughter, and my brother-in-law and my wife at the time and I were getting onto an elevator. And there was about 6 or 7 people already in there. I get there and I'm like, oh, we'll just get the next one. And as the doors are closing, it gets to about 2 inches apart. Some guy puts his head right there and says, there's a weight limit anyways. And everybody started laughing. And that one, I remember that a lot. So enough with the sad part. I want to talk about where I'm at now. There's still times where I have these issues, but not nearly as much. I try not to worry about what others think about me. And the fear of death hasn't crossed my mind since I started to lose weight. Before I started turning my life around, I was lazy in everything I did. But I've been doing a lot more with the family and helping around the house. It is amazing that just the little things can give you such a positive outlook on the day. One thing that really gives me such a positive outlook on the day is making the bed. I do that when I first wake up, and it leads to doing other positive things. All the changes that I've implemented have made all the difference. Now, I'm still morbidly obese, but I feel better. I'm so much more positive because I'm on my way. There is an end to all this. It's still far out, but it's out there. One thing that has helped me along with my anxiety is the author Gary John Bishop. He is a self-help guide. He hates that term, but that's what he is. He's not kid-friendly, and if you're bothered by strong language, you may not enjoy him, but he doesn't sugarcoat things. He is to the point, and he has helped me so much through my struggles. I want to leave you with this. You are important, you are wanted, and your weight doesn't define you. The people around you don't care about the little things that we make a big deal of. So just live your life, and the people that you think are watching you aren't really watching you. Chances are it's in your head. So that's that. And this is my second weigh-in. I have not been dieting, but I am counting my calories. I am eating less. I started at 422 pounds, and today I am 379. Keep it up, and thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. You can always reach out to me on Instagram at luke.loses with any questions, comments, or topic ideas. If you could follow, subscribe, and leave a review, it would be much appreciated. Until next time, stay positive, do the work, and trust the process.